Good morning. I just got done doing an hour meditation. I am doing the Kyle Cease. I'm evolving out loud. It's the first day of the morning of day 2. Yesterday was a really incredible experience, and our homework assignment was to do an hour-long meditation before we come today, before we come back today. So, and it's the first time I've ever woken up and then just immediately went into a meditative state. Usually that's something for like at the end of the day after I've kind of already been awake. So, the core of my meditation was really just the act of showing up for myself and being in the room with myself. Just the act of being there for myself in a loving way, the way that I normally meditate, letting things come up if they need to come up, letting myself know that I'm here and I love myself and that it's okay. If a thought comes up that isn't exactly pleasant, I'm not sitting there fighting with it, I'm not in resistance to it, just letting it be there and giving it some attention and letting it naturally do whatever it needs to do, which is, how I've been taught and what I do. It wasn't like a crazy, I didn't have any like revelations. To be honest, I spent a lot of it trying not to. My mind is incredibly creative and it will come up with stories, almost like I was coming up with dreams while I was awake, probably because I was so tired. And then just really making it priority to come back to my body and connect to my body. What I learned yesterday is that I'm incredibly disconnected from this beautiful body that I have been given in this life. I spend so much time in my head thinking and processing and judging, and just I've got this whole world existing just here, and I don't connect with myself. I think that a lot of like my depression and anxiety and low self-esteem comes from the fact that there's a disconnect here. So I made that the primary focus of just being here for me and my body and connecting with my body and paying attention to my breath. I did a body scan, just to see, is there any tension in my body? What are the sensations that I'm feeling? What words would I use to describe those sensations that I'm feeling? Have I ever felt that sensation before? Have I ever given it the time of day before? Really just trying to let that disconnect fade away and really embrace and love and connect with my body, because it's just crazy to me that I like have been just like a little person living inside of my brain, and this body, walks around for me and I don't even know anything about it. I have been really thinking that if I could make a loving connection with my body and really start to understand it and really feel like it's like we're on the same page, that I wouldn't feel so disconnected from it. I maybe if I showed my body love and connection and made a relationship with it, that all of the ailments would start to present themselves, and I would be able to connect with that, love that, and then eventually be able to find a way to fix it, as opposed to just thinking about it. Like, oh, my hips hurt, and then just thinking about it forever. As opposed to I feel tension in my hips here. When I do this yoga pose, they feel less tense, so I'm going to do that. And like really create a loving give and take relationship with my body where it does for me, so I do for it. I do want to make that relationship. And so that's what today was about, trying to stay in the present moment, trying to stay with my body, what it's feeling, what it's going through. It wasn't a whole lot of thought. There wasn't a lot of, childhood revelations coming up. It was very right here, right now. What am I feeling? What's happening inside of me? And connecting to that, and feeling love for that. And I'm really interested to see where this idea takes me, as far as my body, and if that's going to result in better health. Is that going to result in weight loss? Is that going to result in less pain? So, taking less over-the-counter painkillers, which is going to give me better health. If I'm connecting with my body in a really, really real, substantial way, am I still going to be craving junk food? Am I going to want to put crap in my body that's not good for it but feels good to my brain? I'm really interested to see where this idea and this journey takes me, because I think that I'm kind of on the verge of something very important here for someone who's spent their entire life hating their body and living in denial of it. What kind of beautiful thing can be achieved by making me and my brain and the rest of me one person and having that wholeness and that completeness? What does that look like? What does that feel like? So I think it's going to be a very exciting journey, and I'm really happy to be doing this. And I'm glad that yesterday I really put it in my head that I don't have any idea what's going on below my brain, and I don't even bother to ask. So that is what came up for me today, and I hope you guys have a good day.